Now to draft out the basic body, we'll be using the white pattern paper for it. Now the half length is 11 inches. Then I'll add extra 1 inch for the joining allowance. Now the armhole is 6 inches, okay? For the shoulder is 12.5 inches. 12.5 inches will give me 6 1/4. This 6 1/4 here. Then at this armhole, I'll remove 1 inch from it, making it 5 1/4. And as well mark 5 1/4 here. Then I'll connect the lines, you can see. Then from this point, I'll measure 6 cm. I'm using from the back, not at the inches side. At the cm side, I'll mark 6 cm. This is cm. At this point, I'll measure an angle of 45 degrees. From this circle line, I'll measure. I'll place the middle. You can see the 50. I'll place it on this line, which is the middle of the circle. Okay. Then at this point, I'll trace. This is 45. I'll mark angle of 45 degrees. Then at this point, I'll come down by 1 inch for the shoulder slope. Then for the neckline, I will mark 2.5 inches. Okay. Then I'll connect this line to the shoulder slope. I'll mark 1 inch alongside on that axis of 45, angle of 45 degree, you can see. Then I'll connect the armhole using my curved master curve. Okay. So I'm connecting this point, and this point. Okay, you can see the armhole here. Now I'll mark the normal neckline before I remove. Remember, I say it's an off shoulder. I'll go in by the depth of 4 inches for the off shoulder. It will be 4 inches depth. So I'll just place the line. I'll have to cut it later, but I just want to show you. Okay, this will be, so you can still place the neckline as well, though it's not necessary, but just for you to understand what we are doing. This is the neckline 2.5, and we are using the depth of 2 inches. This will be for the front, but for the back, I'll just do the same because we are taking off the 4 inches for both front and back. Okay, but for me to have a neckline here, you must make it square. So in our next video, I will show you complete video on how to draft your basic body, the basic body as a beginner. Okay, it's very important. This is the basics of any dressmaking. Okay. Then I'll place my curve. Can see that. Now, after drafting out the armhole, the neckline, the next step is to place the body measurement. Okay, before placing out the main body measurement, I'll draft out the darts. Okay, for the darts I'll use 2.5 inches here. So I'll remove half inch from this side and half inch from this side. Then I'll connect it to this point. From this point, I will mark 1 inch. Then I'll come down by 1.5 inches. Then at this point, I'll now take the body measurement for the waistline. The waistline is 24 inches. Divided into 4 will give me 6 inches. This is 6 inches here. Then I have 1 inch for the dart. I'll add the 1 inch for the dart here. Then extra 1.5 inches. So altogether what I have here is 8.5 inches. This 8.5 inches. So this is the basic body for the upper side. Now for the back, I will first remove 1 inch for the zip. Now this is for the front. Now let's go back for the back drafting. The first thing is to mark 1 inch for the zip allowance. So the next thing is to draft out for the back basic body. Okay, so this for the front. So this is the armhole line, this is the chest line, CL chest line, and this is the half length. Okay, this side is the shoulder slope. Now for this back, this line is the line that divided both the front and the back. So I've already marked 1 inch for the zip allowance. So I'll go ahead and mark for the length. Okay, this is okay. The length is 11 inches and we went ahead to add 1 inch for the joining allowance. Okay. Okay, now we'll repeat the same process here. The armhole length is 6 inches. The armhole is 12 inches. We divided it into 2, giving us 6 inches. This is for the armhole, 6 inches. So I'll go ahead and mark the 6 inches across. So join the lines together. Okay, so we have the armhole line and the waistline. Remember, from the armhole you go down by 1.5 inches to get the bust point. Because he's a child, don't need bust point at this point, so we work with the waist. Okay, now let's go back to the shoulder. We'll mark the shoulder is 12.5 divided into 2 will give us 6 1/4. I'm measuring from this line, not from here. 6 1/4. So this 6 1/4. Then for the armhole line, I will remove 1 inch from it. That is 5 1/4. This 5 1/4 here. Okay. Remember, this is the right shoulder measurement, 6 1/4, and we remove 1 inch for it across the armhole. Okay. Okay. See the line from this, the same thing we did for the front. You mark 6 cm, just the back of the tape. 6 cm here. Okay. Then at this shoulder line, you come down by 1 inch as the shoulder slope. You come down by 1 inch. Okay. Then as well, mark the 1 inch across. Then at this point, we'll still mark the 2.5 inches neckline. Then connect the shoulder slope. Okay, connect the shoulder slope. Then at this point, we have already marked the 6 cm. We now have to determine the radius of 45 angles degree. Okay, look at it. Remember, this 50 is the middle here. 50 is the middle, which is the angle of 90 degree. If you divide it into 2, it will give us angle of 45 degrees. So you can see the straight line. This straight line is the 45 degrees. So I will trace it to the pattern paper. You can see it. Then I'll connect this point to this point to create an angle of 45 degrees. This is according to Nathaniel break pattern. Okay. Then from this point alongside on the angle of 45 degrees, I will come up by 1 inch. At this point, we'll connect this shoulder slope to this 1 inch, then to this 6 cm using our master pattern. Okay, I have to place it. Yes, we have gotten it. You can see. We now connect. So this is our armhole now. Then at this point, we'll not still ignore the neckline. Okay, just take 2 inches as well. We'll not ignore it. And for the back, if you are measuring, the back should not be less than 1 inch unless you want it deep. Then I'll connect the lines. Okay. Now we'll mark for the chest line 4 inches. Okay, this is the chest line. Now swear for the dart, we use 2.5 inches. The same 2.5 inches we use here. Okay, then I'll come down by 1.5 inches here. I'll just take it straight to this armhole line. Okay, remember I've already marked 1.5 inches down I'll go ahead and remove half inch, replace the tape. From this point, remove half inch from the armhole side and half inch from the middle side. Then I'll connect it to this 1.5 inches. Okay, then we'll as well place our body measurement, which is 24 inches divided by 4 will give me 6 1/4 plus 1 inch that, then 1.5 inches for the allowance. So I will now place the waist measurement, which is 24 divided into 4 will give me 6.2, that is 6 1/4. Okay, plus 1 inch that allowance plus 1.5 inches. Okay, whatever I have here, I will take it to this point. So this is the back basic bodies. Okay, so we are done with the drafting. This for the front, while this for the back. Okay, now before I cut it out, we have to confirm the armhole. Okay, remember we said the armhole is 12 inches divided into 2 will give me 6 inches. So from this point I will measure. I have to confirm it before you cut. Okay, you see we have 6.5. The armhole is 6 inches and we have extra half inches, so it's okay. Then we'll go ahead and cut it out. At this point, I'll remove the chest line. So guys, we have gotten the basic bodies for the front and for the back. So we'll go over to the cutting stage using our fabric to cut out from the basic body. The downside is just a straight gathers. Okay, I hope this video is helpful. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and share to your friends.